Hey guys, today I want to share with you the #1 query letter secret. So keep watching. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name's Christopher. This is the Writing Secrets channel where you can learn how to write better, publish faster. And today I want to share with you the #1 query letter writing secret. I've been obsessed with query letters for over 20 years. I've been obsessed with what made a query letter work and what made some not work and fail. So over 2.5 decades of study has gone into figuring out this one most important, best query letter tip, strategy, and hack. The #1 strategy for writing your query letter is to model the masters. Find somebody who has already been successful in writing a query that got represented by a literary agent and got a big publishing deal. Follow their principles and patterns. Watch the rest of this video because I'm about to tell you exactly how to do it. If this is your first time on my channel, please consider subscribing, liking this video, and also clicking on the little bell so that you know when my new content's uploaded. I upload new videos, new content every single week on how to write better and publish faster. Hit that subscribe button. Smash that subscribe button. Let's put a literary twist, a book twist on it. I want you to Jason Bourne, Jack Reacher that subscribe button. #1 query letter trick I said was to model the masters. It amazes me that not more writers do this because every top athlete, every top performer, every top professional in every field follows this strategy. At least 99.9% of them follow it, and the ones who don't follow it probably are following it without knowing it. Think about it. Master chefs still use recipes. Engineers follow a blueprint. Every successful person in every successful profession has followed proven principles and proven strategies to win and be successful. Here's how this applies to query letters. I want you to find query letters in your genre that are like the story that you're writing, and I want you to study them. In fact, I want you to get 10 query letters that are successful in your genre, and I want you to study them. Read them side by side, back to back, and look for similarities and differences. My guess is you're going to find lots of similarities, and those similarities are strategies and principles and practices that you can put into your own query letter to get an agent and get a publishing deal. That's how you model the masters. About following a proven path to success. So it's not about cookie cutter, and it's definitely not about copying. Don't copy any query letter. That'll get you in trouble, and it certainly won't lead to your acceptance and representation. And even if it does, it probably won't work out long term. So don't copy, just follow the strategies that work. So how do you find those 10 query letters that are successful for you to model? One thing you can do is just go to Google and type in query letters that worked or successful query letters. And you'll find lots and lots of query letters, just like you're seeing right now on your screen. All you have to do is Google it. Now, you can also go to agentquery.com and find the section that has to do with query letters that were successful. And you can read decades of successful query letters that worked. And sometimes the literary agents will chime in and tell you why they got their attention. It's a gold mine of information that you can study so you can model those patterns and those strategies. So when you look at those 10 query letters, what exactly do you look at? Like I said, don't copy the query letters verbatim. That's not going to work. Every query is different because every story is different, but there are similarities and patterns that you can follow. For example, one of the things I want you to look for is the structure of the query letter. Every query letter has a structure. There's about 5 or 6 different structures that I've discovered in my research. Now, when you read those 10 query letters, look at the structure. How does the query begin? What's the middle of the query look like? And how does it end? What I think you'll find is that there's several options for structures that you could use for your genre and the type of story that you wrote. So study the structure and then pick one of those structures, whichever one you think is going to work best for your story and your level of experience as an author, pattern your query letter after that. That's one way to model the master. Another way you can model the master is look at the introduction of all of those queries. So look at the 10 queries and look how they begin. What's in the introduction? What kind of content is put in? What kind of content is not there? One of the things I think you'll find is that most query letters start by listing the genre, the word count of the novel, and the title of the novel that's being queried and submitted to literary agents. So you probably want to put those things in there too. But look at the 10. Follow the pattern. Next, look at the middle of the query letter, which is probably the pitch section where the author describes the story. Like I said, every query is different because every story is different, but a story in its essence is probably the same. It's about a character in trouble, and that trouble gets worse. And there might be high stakes and consequences and a deadline. Like the character might have to save the princess from the dragon in 3 days. Or the character might have to stop a bomb from going off on a bus full of kids in 24 hours or 2 hours. There's often a deadline. Look at those 10 query letters that you chose that are successful in your genre and look at how the author describes the story. You'll probably find strategies that you can use in your own query letter. But the pitch is about a character struggling against a problem that gets worse. So check out the intro, check out the pitch. Also look for things like sentence structure and word choice. Again, don't copy full sentences. If you say something like 24-year-old Julie Stagman's life changed the moment the bomb went off. You can't write that in your query, or I wouldn't recommend it. But what you can say is describe your character's age, your character's name, and your character's crisis and inciting event and how that was the beginning of your character's life. You can say 16-year-old Harper Allen's life began when he discovered that he had the power to talk to dead people. You use the same structure, the same pattern, the same strategy, but you insert your own details of your story. You're copying the strategies, not the exact words and the specific language. Look at structure, the introduction, the pitch section, and even how the query letter ends, the salutation. Look at the patterns, study the patterns, and apply the patterns to your query letter so that you can get your own literary agent and your own publishing deal. Now, I can't talk about everything that has to do with a query in one video. So I'm going to make a series of videos about query letters. So make sure you subscribe to the channel and like this video. And if you've watched all the way to now, please write the word query in the comments. I will see you at the next video.